Yours will surely come my way. Hey, every day seems a little longer. Every way, love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? There you go, and baby, here am I. Oh, will you left me here so I could sit and cry? Well, golly gee, what have you done to me? Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Love you like I do.
I'm standing in front of a beautiful 1966 GTO. What's unique about this car is that the owner, Kevin DePalma, and myself go back over 40 years ago, back to the county center car shows when they were the real good car shows, and the Coliseum car shows down in the city. Kevin owned this car since it's brand new. It finally came out of storage, and we finally got together again after about 20 or more years. The history behind this car is incredible. It's been raced. It's been shown. It's in its original state. He did a few little odds and ends. We did it down John Galley's shop. We worked on it. We had a lot of fun reminiscing and you know, reacquainting ourselves again with one another. So he, unbeknownst to me, you know, he showed up here at Mamaroneck. So I said, Kevin, you have to get on camera. He's camera shy and doesn't want to get on, but you know what? We're friends for so long that, you know, I had to get you on the show. You know, and so, you know, give the people an opportunity to really to tell them about this car. It was always one of the finest GTOs around, and also one of the fastest.
Thank you.
I mean, what was unique about this? It's a tri-power 4-speed car convertible.
Right.
You know, we talked about this when we found out when you were coming up, when you bring the car up to John's, that this is a big dollar car, Kev.
Yeah.
Did you had no idea.
I had no idea it was going to be less than 100 cars made of this car.
Right.
4-speed, tri-power, convertible. And this is one of one because I had the blue dashboard put in from Pontiac.
Right.
So it's the only car that has white interior with a blue dashboard and blue rugs.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have the black dashboard, which I don't like black, so cars are all white and blue.
You know, it's just the car. When I walked into John's shop and I saw the car, it took me back. You know, over 40 years.
It took a lot of people back here. They said they saw me at the track with the car, and I don't even remember these things. They said, I remember you at the track. I remember when you blew the rear. I remember when you blew the clutch.
Yeah.
And I said, yep, I was there.
Charlie Licata called me, and he says, you got to see this GTO. He says, it used to be a race car. And as soon as he started to describe it, your name popped right into my head. I said, you know what? Guaranteed. So when I came down, you know, you weren't there, but, you know, I said, you know, that's the car. I said, John, you know, who owns this car? And he said, a guy from the Bronx. I says, wouldn't be Kevin DePalma, would it? And he looked at me and he says, you know him? I said, man, you know, yeah, wow. So I had always thought of you over the years. It's just, you know, you're in the Bronx. I'm up in northern Westchester now, you know. Right. So, you know, we are a distance apart. But, you know, I'm just so glad that we got back together again. I met your daughter, and you got 2 grandkids now.
Grandsons.
And before you were here, I walked over and I spotted Serena, and I knew right away. You know,
Yep.
I said, "Oh boy!" And I called her. She turned around and her eyes lit up. You know, she looks the same. She really, you know, she says, "Oh no, you know, I don't want you to put me on camera and this and that." I said, "Well, you know what? You always." She was the trophy queen.
Right.
You know what? She's still the queen.
Yeah.
Really, Kev. She's a sweetheart of a lady, and you know, I'm just so glad that we got an opportunity to spend, you know, a few minutes anyway.
Well, thanks for my pop too for helping me with this.
You know, yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have had it.
Oh, I
today.
remember them well now.
Yeah.
Now, they owned the blind shop.
Right, curtain shop.
Right, right.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff I mentioned, you forgot.
I forgot. I got a bad memory. I don't know my way home from here. I tell you the truth.
But you know what? You have a nice album. Unfortunately, you don't have it here today, but maybe we can get another opportunity to tape the photo album with all the photos that you had from, you know, years back when we were, you know, in the mid 60s, you know, in the latter 60s when we were, you know, doing the car show circuit.
Right.
And, you know, and racing, of course. But this was a great car. It still looks fantastic. I mean, it really stands out. I came from the other direction, but you know what? I spotted it. I mean, the sun shining off of all that chrome. And for the viewers, this is the way it was back in 1967, 66. You know, that's the way the car was done. And Kevin really only changed a few little things on it. So it's just remarkable how the test of time has stood very well.
Original paint,
yeah,
you know, original top, everything's original.
Yeah. And everything works.
Everything works.
And John made that nice little, I think I captured it on video, he made that nice little
battery cover.
The battery cover and the little piece by the radiator.
Right.
With the GTO engraved.
Right, right.
Know? Yeah.
He made a mistake, so he had to correct it.
So right.
He got the wrong radiator, so we had to do it that way.
But the car's running fine, and you know, I'm glad you're out with it. I mean, it's just a treat, you know. I have to stay in touch, and I have to let you know about some other shows. And hopefully, if you have time on Sundays, you know, because the season's winding down now.
This is the first time it's out.
I know, I know. But I want you to bring it out. I want you to go to some shows that we're going to be covering.
Okay.
You know, and bring it out because this really is a treat. I mean, there's not too many people that have their original cars. Number one, much less in the same condition. You know, and you know, as you've kept it all these years. I mean, it's sat how many years in a garage?
32 years.
Wow. So you pumped up the tires and dragged it out.
Dragged it out.
And fired right up.
Fired right up.
Yep. Yep. Amazing. You know what? It's great. I'm just so thrilled. You know, I guess the viewers can tell because when I get somebody that, you know, is an old-time friend and still has their car, I guess that's where the emotion comes out. You know, but it's fun, and I'm really glad that we're winding that down the end of the day. But at least we got a chance to get on camera. You know.
Appreciate it.
And you know, we have to meet up down John's, and I'll stay in touch. And I'll let you know the shows we're going to cover so you can come out. You know?
Okay, great.
All right?
Yeah.
Bring Serena and the grandkids.
You don't write, you don't call, you don't send a letter.
Well, you know, it's a two-way street, you know. I mean, you got to sell, and you have my number programmed in there, too. So let's not put all the onus on me, you know.
Okay.
But I'm glad, you know. And, you know, enjoy the rest of the day. And I know you're waiting for them to give out trophies now, so hopefully they'll recognize this car.
I hope so.
I'll be very much surprised if they don't. But anyway, you know, we'll see you soon.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Another welcome addition to Cars and Us is Harry Vigil, a local from Mamaroneck, and he's got this beautiful 41 Ford convertible. So we're going to talk to Harry and welcome you to Cars and Us.
Thank you, Dan.
And we're going to tell the viewers what you've got here because this is really a car that really stands out, especially the color.
It's a special car in a lot of ways, and one of them is the unique color on the car.
Well, let's tell the viewers what it is.
The name of the color specifically I can't give you by trade name, but it's I call it aqua blue.
Okay, well that's close enough.
Enough.
That's what it looks like, sure. Beautiful, beautiful color. Now you said there's some other unique features about this car.
One, it took 5 years to build. I didn't build it.
That's
but
unique.
That's unique. In the hot rod world, it's unique. Especially when on television programs they build them in an hour.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the wonderful world of editing. Trust me, I know about that.
I know, yeah. And it's built on a '79 Cordoba chassis.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, with torsion bar suspension and hydraulics to lift it up about 3 inches and lower it 3 inches.
Sure.
And it rides like a dream.
I'll bet it does.
And it has conventional sized tires, and it's got frigid air conditioning and power windows.
So you have all
the
modern,
comforts,
modern creature features.
Yeah, it makes it a very unique car that you can drive and take almost anywhere.
Harry, what motor's in here? Is it 350 Chevy?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Aha, fooled you.
Yeah, you sure did.
It's a 69 Caddy, 472 cubic inch.
Wow, that's a real throwback. That's terrific.
Yeah, it's a real sweet engine. And it fills up the engine compartment, and it does everything like it's supposed to do.
Transmission.
Also from a 69 Caddy.
It is.
The radiator, yeah, all that stuff, yeah.
Wow.
Fit right in there.
Harry, who built this car?
This was built by a fellow named Ed Britz from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Now, where did you find the car to decide that you wanted to buy it and take it out?
I believe I spotted it in Autobuy publication, because I get so many publications. I believe it was in there, and it looked blue like my 32 Ford Roadster. That's what attracted me to the car.
I see, sure.
Besides the special look in the front, which has the custom horizontal aluminum grill bars.
Right.
And I called up the fella, and he was a nice fella, and went down and spent time with him and purchased the car.
Now, how did you come by the restoration shop where you took it?
Oh, I didn't have any restoration work done on the car. The car was built. The car was done.
Oh, it was all done. Oh, I thought.
Yeah,
oh, so in other words, it took him
this.
5 years.
It took him 5 years.
Oh, I
yeah.
see. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
That's why it's amazing.
You know what? I'm surprising. It's surprising that he would sell the car after spending so much time.
Well, like myself, I'm selling a few cars here today too, because you get boxed in a corner, you get too many cars, you can't drive them all, and you want to enjoy a certain few.
That's true. That's what they're there
if
for.
I get my price, I'll sell it. If I don't, I keep it. That's all.
It's not good to let them sit anyway, you know.
No, it's more fun driving them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
That's where the enjoyment comes from.
Now, just so the viewers know, in the area, the Connecticut, the Westchester area, you have garages that you rent.
No, I have my own garages. I have storage buildings upstate.
That's what I meant, but
oh, you mean for other people? Yeah. I have 3 garages that are up for rent from time to time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if anybody's interested out there, you contact me, and we'll put you in touch with Harry. And if you want to store your car down here, they're down in Mamaroneck, right?
Portchester.
Oh, Portchester. Close enough. Close enough. So you're good. You're close from Connecticut.
Close.
You're close to Connecticut, and of course Westchester as well. So it's very convenient.
It's called convenient, right?
And I'm sure the price is right, but we'll let the viewers call me in, and then we'll put them in touch with you, and then you can discuss whatever the price is. And
take it from there. Yeah.
Go from there. True.
Sounds good.
But anyway, beautiful car again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks
it's always
for having
a pleasure.
me. Okay.
All right. And we'll see you next time with one of your newer models.
I hope I have something different for you. Thanks a lot.
I'm sure we will.
Okay. Bye.
For those of you guys that are the old timers and old time drag racers that watch the show, I'm out here in New Jersey, in Parsippany, New Jersey. And for those of you that remember, New Jersey was kind of the home of one of the places where a lot of us went to have engines built years back. Place known as Gasoline Alley in Paterson, New Jersey. And I have Jeff Moray, who was actually started out young as a kid with Pappy Huff and Dayton Ignition and J&J Bolander and Dick Somonex and all of them. So we're gonna try to go back in time a little bit and reminisce about the days of Gasoline Alley. Jeff, welcome to Cars and Us.
Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Pleasure to Jimmy introduced us, and I'm so glad he did, because we had a little bit of a conversation off camera. And I'd like to give the viewers kind of a taste of nostalgia back in the old days. You were just a young guy then.
Oh, yeah. I was like 12 years old, 11 years old, hanging around, my eyes bulging out of my head, like licking my chops, and, looking at all these guys, the midgets, sprint cars, some show cars, everything. That's where I grew up.
Now, Gasoline Alley, for those viewers that don't know, Gasoline Alley was the home of all the original midget cars and the Indy cars.
Yeah, Ted Horn, people like that, Pappy Huff, a lot of engine villas. Actually, Dick Somoneck was Ted Horn's engine villa. That's where he started, And I could go on and on all day long here,
It was a great place. You walked in and, you had your choice. You wanted to have your distributor done, you went to Dayton Ignition.
There you go.
You wanted to have a motor built, you had your choice of either J&J or Dick Somonex. Your headwork, you went to Pappy Huff.
That's right. You wanted an overdrive for a 32 Cadillac, Pappy could make it for you.
Right. He fabricated everything.
Yeah.
He was quite...
fabricator. He was
quite a fabricator, but he was very well known.
Oh, sure.
In the circuit.
He come out of Indiana. He was out there. He come out here to make some money with the midgets, And he had, you know, Pappy's Little Pigs. He had several of them.
Yeah.
And they did well, too. You know, Hinchcliffe Stadium was a track in Patterson, you know.
Now, Jeff, what did you do for all them? I know you were involved with each one of them as a kid growing up. What did you do? You must have been real excited.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had my hands into everything. I raced bikes. I did cars. I did this, did that. And Pappy was my inspiration. A lot of them, Bolander, J&J Balances, who was John Bolander, and Jimmy Shore. He was the sprint car man.
Right.
He was the machinist, more or less. And John was the engine put together, you know.
Right.
And Sominick, well, Sominick was Ted Horn's, you know, mechanic. And
Right.
then when Ted Horn got killed, that's when, you know, Sominick stepped in. They had the shop there, and they just went to business. They just kept
Right.
their trade and
Right.
lasted for a good many years. You know.
Now, you know, Gasoline Alley, it was true to its name. When you walked there, it was, you know, dirt and gasoline and the smell of, it was like going to a racetrack.
Oh, yeah, yeah, but today it's altogether different, let me tell you.
It's not even there, I understand, from what Jimmy was telling me.
No, you got guys like friends that I built engines for, Teddy Seitz, who Ray Everingham drove for.
Right.
And Ray Everingham started right down there.
Sure.
I doing engines for him and stuff like
Well,
that.
that's why I wanted to get you on camera, because I have a lot of guys that are in the NASCAR too as well,
Oh, yeah.
and all the different types of automobile racing, and these names are going to ring a bell with them, and it's certainly going to make for a bit of nostalgia and reminiscing back in the old days. And I went back early '60s. So that was my involvement.
Well, they were out racing the Susquehanna last night. This kid, I got
Is that
Frank
true?
Palomino. Yeah, sure. And I don't know how they made out. I didn't hear. Then this is the brother standing next to us over here. We tried to get him out of the hospital last night, but the doctors won't release him. So, you know, we're just gonna have a tough day here without him. You know.
Jeff, basically everybody has passed on, though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. From Gasoline Alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no one that I know of left. You know.
And no